Welcome. I heard a statement today and it made me think and want to ask the question for the collective. Our weaknesses can be our greatest strengths. Our greatest weaknesses can be our greatest strengths. So if you think about your number 1, 2, or 3 weakness, is that also your strength? Or your 1, 2, or 3 strengths? Can they sometimes be your, let's just say, serve you in a disadvantageous way, you know, instead of helping you out? For instance, if you are someone with a big heart and you just love, love, love people, that is your greatest strength. But it can also be a vulnerable point for you. You got me? So that's what I'm talking about here. Or if you're someone who's very by the book and very detailed and very on it, you know, you can be counted on to know the facts and be on it. However, can that work against you sometimes? So let's see what we're talking about here. Oh, sorry. The unspoken apology, eternal regret, I am sorry. How about always being willing to be the one that is graceful? You know, you can be counted on to be someone gracious and polite and always put yourself maybe last or consider others before yourself. And that can be a strength because it means that you don't have a huge ego. You know, you don't have to be first. It's not important to you. You don't make it a big mountain of an issue if someone doesn't, because you don't even look for people to put you first. Or it's like, it's really, in the scheme of things, it is petty, right? And you know that. However, that's your strength too, the wisdom to know that. But then how it can work against you is people always expecting to get over on you, or that you'll let them pass and pass and pass, and that you be a welcome mat. You see what I mean? So I think it's about balance at the end of the day. And then we have 2 slapping together, clown and hidden truth. Clown, performance, camouflage, hidden truth, hidden things, secret. Okay, so pretty much masking, camouflaging the truth. Maybe you could be high priestess at times, keeping your, you know, what you know close to the vest, not revealing everything, about being mysterious, which can also be attractive, you know. It can draw people in because the less you know, the more you want to know. It also implies that there's something to see here or something to know or investigate. So that's your strength. But can it be a vulnerability? Are you hiding things at times that people do need to know, that it would benefit and help others to know? That they could use it for empowerment too. Information is power. Or is what you're hiding from someone on a personal level something they need to know? You know, then they can make a choice whether or not they want to proceed in a certain way. So sometimes secrets are not good. Don't choose for someone what they need to do or how they should think or or what they need to know. Parents sometimes make that big mistake, you know, choosing what their child should know about themselves that is very pertinent to their journey. Yeah. We'll do one more of this deck. And again, 2 came out together. Sunset, lost loved one memories, elder nightfalls. A beautiful card. Can mean so many things. Okay. And breakup, walking away, separation, end. That coming out with sunset Walking away, separation from a loved one. This could be literally someone passed away and you having to break that connection in the 3D, you know, and missing them. Or it could be a relationship that has outlived its time and you're moving on, but you have memories. And so it's like, you know, bittersweet to remember people when they're out of your life. So your strength in the situation of being someone who has loved, what did they say? It is better to have loved and lost than to have not loved at all. So you, at least that's your strength, right? That you loved deeply and you have fond memories of someone. But then the vulnerability is the obvious, the pain. The more you love, the more painful the heartache, the separation, the grief of loss, whether it's from death or it's from the end of a relationship, a marriage, friendship, parting ways for whatever reason. What say you, Spirit, about this situation? Consumed, extinguished doubt by having open communication. Hard climb, many issues to deal with or difficult conversations, okay? So communication, conversations, difficult ones. Even if it is difficult and challenging, this is for someone out there. You may be battling with how to have a talk. Spirit saying, just sit down and say we need to talk. Don't worry about. Sometimes even when you plan out and map out in your mind how the conversation will go, what points you want to make, what's important to bring up. It's like when you sit down in front of that person, it all goes, you know, you don't remember it. Or even if you write it down, you sit down with that paper and you want to read what, and it just doesn't feel right somehow. So it's better to just go with your intuition while they're in front of you and just be vulnerable and say, look, I don't even know exactly how to say what I'm feeling, but something needs to be discussed here. This is tough, but this needs to be discussed. This is a sensitive topic, but we need to discuss it. Otherwise, extinguish doubt by having open communication. This way, you don't let things fester. You take care of it. You nip things in the bud before it becomes like something that breeds, something toxic in your relationship that is out of control, you know? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, self-love. Let's read that. You are worthy and deserving of all the abundance in the universe. Treat yourself with the love and respect you desire, and others will follow suit. So that's a strength, no doubt. Let's see if we can get a hint on the vulnerability, because I really can't find what was self-love. Strategy and planning. Your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. Okay. So you mastered self-love. You've done shadow work or whatever you want to call it. You got your journal out. You sat for 8 months and you went through how to love yourself and prioritize your needs and just be discerning so people don't walk all over you, yada, 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 right? Spirit's saying you thought you were done. Now take all that you've learned. And it's not really a strength versus weakness thing. It's that you have your strength of self-love. Now you want to make your, well, would not be a weakness, but what you want to turn into is strategy and planning of how to use it. Because that's the whole reason for shadow work. Is not just, yes, it helps you personally, but it's also God's way of preparing you to be the light of the world, to help others, and so you can embody what it means to be a healed and healthy, okay, healed and healthy person in this world, so that they can see you and know it's possible. So strategy and planning of any kind of pursuit. Let's do that before we end this. What kind of pursuit can you do to spread your love and light? We know of some, but let's see what Spirit says for you. And if you're already doing something, this can be that something to add to your repertoire. Okay. Oh my, infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So Spirit is saying, strategize and plan, because this is also a business, and it's going to lead you to abundance, infinite, meaning generational. It's like 10 of Pentacles for your generations to come, maybe for your community, maybe for you to be a philanthropist. That's what I'm getting. Oh, spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. So you are here to be a healer and using your throat chakra. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So have no doubts in yourself, my love. This is beautiful energy, a beautiful message. And with that, I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next reading.